Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Build Time. We've got a special one for you guys. So we haven't been recording for quite some time. We've been building. So with this episode of Build Time, I'm excited and really very happy to introduce you to the Cosmic team. We have just released Cosmic 2.0, and it includes a lot of really awesome updates that I'm excited to share with you guys. So just kind of to kick things off here, I'd like to pass it down the line and just get everyone to introduce themselves and talk about what you do with Cosmic, and we'll show you guys what we've recently released. All right, so Stefan, you want to kick things off?
Yeah. What's up, guys? It's been a while. This is Build Time 16. We took a big break. We've all been working very hard, but we're happy to come out swinging with the entire team on Build Time 16. I'm Stefan, developer experience lead, focusing on educational content and making Cosmic a great developer experience for people who adopt it and use it and love it. So, yep. Pass the torch on to Carl. You want to go?
Sure thing. I think I'm back. This is my second appearance. But yeah, I'm Carl, I'm design lead at Cosmic, but I also like to moonlight and pretend that I can develop some things sometimes and get my hands in the code, which is awesome and super fun. Yeah, that's me. Go on, Rajat.
Yeah, so this is the first time you guys are probably seeing me on this podcast. So I'm Rajat Kaushik. I lead the front end at Cosmic. So I'm responsible for all the things you interact with on Cosmic and make sure that the user experience is pretty good for you guys. So yeah, passing on the torch to Zazeeb.
Hey guys, it's probably my first build time, but maybe you have known me through the customer support or somewhere. So I have been cooking the backend for a long time, and in the V2 we just improved everything, and that's what I was building on and focusing on. And at Cosmic, I am basically the lead backend developer and helping my team to build best CMS here. And here you go, Tony, again.
All right. Yeah. Excited to get the new Build Time guys, Rajat and Jazeeb. Welcome to Build Time. So if you guys have seen me and Stefan go through these, it's basically super casual. We just kind of talk about what we're working on, how we do things, and really excited to kind of show everyone what we've all been working on. Jazeeb, for me and you, it's been multiple years, and for the rest of the team, it's been within the last 2 years or so. We've been working on a few really big things in this release, right? Cosmic 2.0 includes an entirely new web dashboard, an entirely new backend API, a brand new website, brand new documentation website, as well as a new SDK. So to kick things off, I'll just kind of show everyone what we've been working on. I'll share my screen and let me know if you guys can see this. Okay, we good?
Oh yeah, we're good.
Oh, we're good. We're good.
Great.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll just kind of go through these tabs here and just show you guys. So if you go to cosmicjs.com, you'll see an entirely new website. You can read about the Cosmic 2.0 announcement by clicking on the banner on any of these pages, but just a really beautiful update to our website. So mad props to Carl for the design. I think this shelf is probably his crowning achievement in his entire work history. I know he's super proud of it. I think it looks amazing.
That'll be going on the CV, I can tell you that.
Shelf builder, that you can add that. So yeah, just kind of going down the homepage, you get an idea of what Cosmic is all about. I think we've done an amazing job as far as just tightening up our brand message. So really bringing together developers, content creators, and team members all together around this core mission of building content-powered applications, making the experience delightful and amazing. And really, I think we've done a beautiful job on this. Rajat, your globe is incredible. And all of the content just kind of fits together nicely in the back end. So, let's take it to the back end now. So we got the API documentation. So how did we implement the backend? Well, let's first look at this. So we actually are powering the website with Cosmic now. So the new dashboard is powering the Cosmic website. So if you go to any of these blog posts or you go to the home page, you can see all of this is mapping exactly to what we have on our new website. So we're dog fooding our own service, which is a great way to be very analytical, critical, if you will, about how we've built the backend. And we've definitely made on-the-fly improvements to make sure that our process was enjoyable. So we want to be able to enjoy using Cosmic to build our own website. So that was a great way for us to make any of these maybe last-minute adjustments to either content modeling or kind of layout, and just kind of make it something that we all love using. And so as we kind of build out all of the content for Cosmic, we're making adjustments in the dashboard. And so that's been just a really nice process for us. So moving on to the next component of this, making the API amazing, we really focused on our developer experience, what we enjoy doing as far as like using the tools that we have. So we had to consider, okay, this Next.js, oops, get rid of these mail alerts. This Next.js application that we have now for our website, what's the best way to integrate content into our workflow? Well, it's a JavaScript SDK. So we totally rebuilt the JavaScript SDK powered by the new Cosmic API, and rebuilt our documentation to help our customers as well as ourselves understand how to implement Cosmic. So in this process, really just kind of creating this feedback loop between our dashboard, our website implementation, our API, our integration tools, everything just kind of came together really seamlessly and really made for an enjoyable update just all around. So I'm really very happy with the result, and just very happy with the team's effort to get all of this together for this big release. So just on a kind of tying everything together, I'd encourage everyone, all of our customers, to visit this Introducing Cosmic 2.0 blog post. I'll make sure to have all of these links in the show notes so you guys can kind of just get a summary of all the updates that we released last week. So that pretty much wraps it up as far as the overview. So I'll go ahead and just pass it over to Stefan, just to kind of get into maybe some of the details and the maybe some highlights in the process.
Totally, yeah. So, we had mentioned the website is completely powered by Cosmic, and kind of got me thinking along that way. We were really in the meat of building out the dashboard and just iterating and improving. And I guess I think that when we started integrating Cosmic and building our website at the same time, we learned so much, and we had all sorts of features. And like Rajat, like I wanted to ask you, like, what were some of the biggest things that we iterated on?
Did I lose my internet, or?
I think you kind of cut out there, Stefan. Do you want to repeat that question? Stefan, are you able to hear?
Sorry, did I bug out for a second?
Yeah, I think maybe it's
oops.
Flip.
That was me. Yeah, where did I lose you guys?
Just that last sentence for Roger. Go ahead and repeat.
Oh yeah, like because I got the chance to work alongside Roger on the website, and I noticed, like, when we started integrating Cosmic, we were just like learning how to like structure the content the best way, and I think that even led to some UI changes in Cosmic. Like, for example, will you actually enable screen sharing for me, Tony?
You're good.
Thank you. Okay, you guys see me? See it again?
Yeah.
Cool, yeah. So, like, I think one of the first things we notice is when you're building, when we're building out these website pages, we do have a lot of content, like especially on the homepage, there's a lot of vertical scrolling. So I remember, like, one of the first things we introduced when going through that was like simply this ability to collapse all of these meta fields just for the ease of use of sectioning out all of these different parts of each page. And I think that it's simple, but it's things like that that make it a great experience. So I just wanted to see if you guys had any of those moments where you were like, okay, we're dog feeding, and of course, like, all of us in our own time as well, we build a lot of side projects with Cosmic as well, so we really get a chance. I mean, so I wanted to see what you guys think about your own dog feeding experience and how we've implemented that into our actual end product.
Yeah, so I can talk a bit about how we sort of managed when we were like reiterating over how we were handling data in the website. Initially, we did have some of this data hard coded in the code itself, but then we decided to integrate with Cosmic, as that was honestly the better way to go about it. And I remember us organizing our components in the code, and I think that kind of gave birth to the idea of having like content folders on Cosmic that allowed you to basically group different components into a specific sort of folder, similar to how we were doing it in our code itself. So I think that was one big change that we made that honestly really helped us keep that sync between the data on Cosmic as well as what we had in the code. Because so if you could show Stefan how we have organized the data on Cosmic, it's in the form of atoms, molecules, and pages and templates and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah,
so yeah,
yeah.
I know you're responsible for a lot of this architecting here. And I know that you want to run us through like kind of the purpose of each of these and how we're using them on the website.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So the base definitely just contains sort of the global data that we are using around our code base that we require in multiple places and not just one place. So this can sort of be the data that we load throughout our application. And then Atom basically has like just small elements that we are again reusing in different parts on our website, but it's not the whole thing. It's just basically an atom that we can reuse. And similarly, if you go to molecules, you'll see that it then builds upon atoms. So basically, like a collection of atoms, you could say. And similarly, then we have single pages where we have all the data for our single pages that directly gets loaded onto those specific pages in code. And then we have, and so just one more thing is that single pages are all singletons. So they are directly being loaded onto those pages, whereas dynamic pages are like multiple object types, which further contain those objects that we are then using to populate the pages in Next. So yeah, that's how the structure is organized.
Yeah, I mean, it ended up working really well. And of course, like with the introduction of content folders, it wasn't up until maybe 3 or 4 months ago where we really introduced this and kind of gave it this
Yeah,
folder structure you'd see, and even just like a code editor or something, you kind of get this drop down and be able to navigate into all these items. But yeah, I wanted to segue that because a big part of building our website was using our new JavaScript SDK.
yeah,
And I think, like we've taken our node module and essentially given it a different kind of style where it's a natural like language where you can go in and you're just using simply like find, you're passing props in. So we've been able to just reuse a single function over several pages. So I guess either Tony or Jazib, like what was some of the inspiration for the direction from taking our node module and kind of how we had the languages like, get objects, like by ID and stuff like that to this more chaining and chaining structure that we're using now?
Yeah, I think when it's all about developer experience, like while I was building our backend services like API on and all that, like related to the backend, we were using MongoDB SDK, and that has like collection and find one operation. So we always, me and Tony were discussing like how we can improve our existing SDK that was previously like Cosmic JS package, but that was the main motivation behind it. Like, so we can easily let our users use this chain methods, and they can like pass on different methods to retrieve their data. So that was one of the biggest motivation behind implementing this. Another one was like introducing, I would say, TypeScript a bit. So we are still in middle of it, but it has um, some of the types available. So it really help us to develop us as well, like mainly because we first used it when even if when we didn't even release it. But for customer as well, like they will know like what type of data this method is expecting and so on. And this is the, I think, the main motivation there. And plus like we improved a little bit of more uh, experience, I would say. Like for example, passing the props, we used to do like string like comma separated string, but now you can pass like arrays with different props. So that is, I would say, like will help us and other customers to build their application in a more a known way, where like they don't have to pass it as a objects, but rather than methods here.
Yeah, no, that's wonderful. And I think, what we've really done too is we've given developers a bit more flexibility with the SDK, empowering them to kind of fetch their data the way they want. And yeah,
Yeah,
I
this
think, yeah, go
feature
ahead.
feels more natural, like having one, and even I think remove and some methods like this. They were like, it was previously confusing, like get object types and all that. So I think passing it as a bucket dot objects, later on we will have like project methods like that. So it's very easy, like you can just get your uh required resource, and then just like, okay, it has object types, so you quickly pass those methods again. So it's quite easy.
Yeah, I mean, we've all enjoyed the experience ourselves. So
So one thing that I
yeah.
want to add to that is, in my experience, so when we were developing the new website, and we did hit that inflection point of we were starting to do like content, kind of like repeatable content, right? So to make the development process easier, I know Stefan, you kind of spearheaded starting to add content into the new dashboard and then having it be delivered to the new website. And then we hit a point where it was like, okay, now we need to populate all of the content from the old website into the new website. And so that was something that I took on as far as like importing content using the new API and using the new SDK. And so the thing that I want to highlight as far as like making my migration process all that more enjoyable was using this new method for insert one. So this new kind of namespaced approach is very intuitive, not only for fetching your content, but also for inserting objects into your Cosmic bucket. So going to the documentation, if you follow it to this create an object link, you'll see that we've got this like super easy to copy and paste and just swap out these keys with your own bucket slug read and write key. And then this was the process that I followed, was basically just running a loop from the old API into this function to create all of the objects into our new dashboard. And so this has been dramatically improved as far as like being able to write content into these objects. So now we just have this simple, title, type, and then these metadata fields versus prior we were having to kind of do a little bit more roundabout way of adding meta fields, but this way is a lot more clean and concise. So this is something I recommend everyone check out as far as using Cosmic to do these CRUD operations, create, read, update, delete. It's just been dramatically improved. And for me, that was a really delightful part of the process of migrating a huge project from one API into another. This made it just all that better.
Totally, and it feels so natural and easy to use after just using it for a couple of times. But check out the docs, you guys. We got new docs, but I wanted to get into showing off, of course, the dashboard a bit here, and just kind of like going through and asking the whole team, like, what is your favorite part about it compared to like the old dashboard? Like, when you get into this dashboard, what are you just like looking forward to? I guess I'll start real quick. I love just the way that everything looks and feels when going in to edit a single page. So like if I'm going in and, we do, go in and write an article, like just the way we've made it easy to find all of these meta fields and go through, and props to Rajat for implementing this beautiful like markdown editor that's just such a big upgrade from our first version, giving you kind of the ability to insert media straight from your media. And yeah, so I just really enjoy that experience. And given I do a bit of article writing on all sorts of things, it's like Cosmic is a great experience for that. So yeah, just curious to hear what you guys like. What is it for you? What's that sparkle?
I reckon one of my favorite sparkly moments is the integration of the extensions that we've done. So if you pick like, I don't know, the Pexels one, and just being able to easily add it, and then we can kind of insert it into your bucket or into an object specifically where you want it, and being able to kind of place it just below the slug or below the title or somewhere amongst your model is just a super nice and delightful experience. And for things like a Pexels one where, to your point around adding an article, if you're sat writing an article and you need an image for it and you just want to grab a kind of free resource, it feels like it's integrated deeply into your content rather than being this kind of extra piece on the side that you need to go and hunt down. Like you can just get straight in there, hit the add to media button, and it's straight in your bucket, and you can add it into your content. And I've been using it all the time. So there you go. That's mine.
Yeah, no, I love it. I think I don't know if are we using Pexels on our actual website, but it looks like we are. But just yeah, it's such a convenient thing to be able to just go in and maybe we just need some quick quick article for a very generic article or something like that, and you just pop it right in and you didn't have to leave the dashboard. I think a lot of these features that we've implemented, a big focus was like, we don't want you to have to click away and leave, and we want you to stay in your flow and stay in Cosmic, and that's what some of these extensions do. So
Devin, can you search for something there in the Pexels extension just so
yeah, absolutely,
don't leave anyone hanging on what this does?
Yeah, totally. So yeah, basically we got search for a nice beach because it's that time of the year, and then essentially we can just click add the media. We're spinning for a second because I have slow internet.
They're pretty massive files as well.
Yeah, these might be like multiple meg files. So
yeah,
we're loading the top resolution by default, so you get the best.
Does their API allow for any kind of option to load different resolutions?
Yeah, they've got some, but by default we pull the highest because we don't know what the use case is for why someone
Yeah.
needs an image and how big it's going to end up.
There we go. No,
There you go.
that's on me too. I've really am working with about 10, 15 meg down internet. So yeah, so now we go in and oh yeah, that's a big one right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so essentially, as you can see, you see it in your media, and of course, like showing off you know, either our WYSIWYG or our markdown, sorry, a rich text or a markdown editor. We would essentially just be able to go in and easily populate on-page content for any kind of blog post or rich text, but also just pulling in like any image for any part of the image with a media meta field. So yeah, it's
At some point,
that's
we're
some
going to make that
costs.
fully integrated, I think, into the experience where if you do have this extension installed, then you can kind of pop it in straight from a media meta field or right from that either Markdown or rich text editor. I think just having that be more of a seamless experience, that's definitely on our roadmap.
Totally. Absolutely.
I think if you just do one final thing for me, this is one of my
Sure.
favorite design elements in the extensions, is if you go back into the extensions main bit, pick like on the pixels one in the left bar, go on the settings cog, and then scroll down to display options, and where you get to pick a location. That was a really nice, fun little bit of UI. Like just pick any object, doesn't really matter. And pages you can just leave, or just choose one of those.
Okay.
And then hit add location in the bottom right, and then you get to pick this nice little the interface that shows you where it's going to live.
Wow. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know this was in here. I had no idea. I did, because like I'm sitting here saying you gotta go to the pixels, but this is great. So you don't even, you can just say, hey, I want this in my blog.
Chuck it in, try it now.
Post,
Chuck
right?
it into
Okay, cool.
chuck it like below
blog
the
posts, like
And like I mentioned, I think we'll
below-
have a little place there
below
for
slide.
media modal as well.
Cool. You can do a height too. What's a good height for this? Maybe 300? Is that pick? Is it picked 500?
You might need to select it, the edit object page.
This one?
Yeah, I think that's
it.
Cool.
I'll save that bad boy, and then head to the blog posts.
Yeah, this is what it's all. This is what build time's all about right here. Is I've really never seen this
on the fly.
Yeah. So okay, so now I'm guessing, you know, we go in.
You can either add or edit. Yeah.
Well,
you need to be in
put it
edit
onto
for
the
this,
edit one.
Oh, it's on edit. Got it. Nice. Okay, cool. Nice. Okay, so now it's got a nice scrolling container. You can add it, and if I do add, I don't really want to edit this content, but if I were to add it, then it would just go straight to my media. Got it.
Yeah,
you got videos on here too. Nice.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, don't try and download one of those.
Wonderful.
Don't
That's
try to keep up with Carl.
Yeah, no, I won't.
He's been building like crazy.
He's on a roll. Carl, you've been building tools for building tools for building tools for building designs for building code for geez.
Best way to learn the thing, right? Like, you know,
absolutely.
And one of the things I think we do a lot is, you know, you build the tool and then we start trying to make things with the tool. And like me being me, I like to try things that aren't typical. So it's like, rather than a website, like, what if I want to build a Raycast extension? Like, can Cosmic power that in a way that we'd expect it to? And it does, because it's a node environment, and that's good. So, but it's fun just to like try something that feels a bit different and be like, can I Cosmic power this thing? And did the same with Swift UI. You know, can you power Swift UI with Cosmic using the REST API? Yes, you can.
Totally.
And so it just kind of shows how like flexible the approach is and how powerful the CMS is. You can literally power anything. Soon to be AR, VR.
Yeah, no, that's great. It makes me think we got to have a whole segment dedicated to can it Cosmic, just see what we can. You know, we've done Alexa. Yeah. We have some kind of Alexa thing from long ago. There's all sorts of things. Okay.
Will it Cosmic? I like that.
Will it Cosmic? Today on Will It Cosmic. Roger Jazzy. What do you guys think? Like, I know Jazzy, I'm curious to see what you say, because I know you handle a lot of like our infra, and obviously you're working through you know, a lot of the back end stuff, but like, I don't know, like I've never really heard you say much about, you know, some of your favorite things. So I'm curious to hear it.
I think the whole dashboard is kind of amazing. First of all, yeah, I think user experience. One of the best thing about an improvement from our V1 is the design and the user experience. And Carl, you did great job here. And then like front end implementation as well. I think the one of the best things that we did in the V2, which is one of the most challenging one was as well, was like like modeling, like a schema of our object types. So it was like kind of open-ended in V1, like where um you can just add new things, and then the old object doesn't reflect those meta fields. And it was a very weird experience, I would say, in terms of having as a developer, like you expect these things to be there, but then suddenly it wasn't. So I think one of the best thing that we did is like restricting the model first of all, like so it provides consistency for the developers and for your content editors. Like if you see something, some meta fields here, you definitely now expect that to be on the objects pages. So that is one of the main thing. And then absolutely like this design of the meta fields, like I think you will love it, like when you're building some stuff like this extended meta field picker, like it's amazing. And plus like this nested meta fields, like it feels like quite natural now. Like for example, just open some repeater or parent one, like for example this one here, like you see it's just looking really well. And then most important thing is like from the back end and perspective, I think the biggest improvement is like when you change your object types, and then let's say you delete meta field and or add new ones, it's just will be there in your objects, maybe as a null value, but it will be there. So you can expect like, okay, this is will be there. So from my side, like I would say like this one was the biggest feature that we developed or improved from the past. And obviously this meta field builder, like it's amazing.
Yeah, no,
I'll echo
yeah,
that. On
yeah.
the parent and repeater stuff was probably one of the hardest design challenges, I think, during this whole process as well. Like I remember we started tackling it like really early on, because I think in fact, yeah, the meta fields was like the first big part of the project that we did from a design perspective, and trying to figure out like how you have this grouped container when everything's already a grouped container, and then nest as like children inside of that container, but then be able to modify those. Like it kind of became this infinite, like how do you do it in a way that doesn't feel like it's just going on forever, and you can't differentiate content. So hopefully we got it right visually, and the metaphor makes sense. But yeah, I remember this being probably one of the toughest parts at the beginning.
Yeah, and we do have a limit on it, right? Like could I go in here and put
Yeah,
in another
you can't
group?
nest
Yeah.
again. No.
Yeah, we can't do the infinite. Yeah.
So I would
Yeah.
echo that sentiment on the challenge of this, particularly for just sort of striking that balance, which I think we strive for in everything that we're doing, is really kind of giving flexibility and power for developers, but also making it very intuitive and easy to use. So I think we've done a really good job in this view of making the developer understand that they have a really powerful toolkit that they can use to model content, right? So Stefan, if you go to the homepage, once they build the model, they go over to the homepage view. Where did that disappear somewhere? So you go to the homepage and you see, you know, the editor only gets what they need to get their job done, right? They just get those form fields, and forms are hard, right? Forms can be super overwhelming. But I think to your credit, Carl, like the design on this is very friendly and really simple to use for you know, updating content. Even though it is a bit of a a powerful model, right? You have kind of these nested views. I think it's really done very elegantly, where it's not too complicated, and you have kind of these opt out features, right? Like collapsing, just kind of making it so that kind of this complicated view can be more easily digested, which I think that's kind of the goal here with the CMS that we're building, is something that has those powerful capabilities, but also is really easy to use. So I think we've done a good job of striking that balance.
Yeah, and
Absolutely.
one more thing as well. I think the validations for these meta fields, that's also like we improved a lot. Maybe we are not using that here, but
Yeah.
that validation model and improvements on that, like how it looks in within the field view, and then you have, for example, just add minimum length and some numbers here, like just for it, anything. Uh, yeah, like you will immediately see like how this adds like subtle feedback to the user, like, okay, this requires the minimum length is here, and that I think that one was also very cool.
Yeah, and we have these validations on media types as well, so it makes it really convenient for if you need to ensure that your content editor is going in and putting in a specific type, an image or something, you can nudge them when they try to put a different format in. So I just wanted to quickly touch on also what you were talking about earlier with being able to add. Okay, so let's say we do have a bunch of blog pages and we just needed to add something really simple. We could just go in and add one of these meta fields, and then it'll update on everything. And like, let's say you don't need to go in and update the entire thing. You could actually just set a default, and you'll have these updated on every single object. And of course, end to end, we've built our website with Next.js and the revalidate prop, and it really automates a lot of this process. If you have a ginormous website, thousands of pages, the last thing you want to do is sit there and rebuild it for 30 minutes, an hour, who knows, right? So just all these little things like really add up to the experience, from the dashboard all the way to giving the power to your team, your development team, and whatever solution they're implementing Cosmic in. It's really next level, and it'll save you a lot of time. I guarantee it. So
Show some new meta fields that we built, like emoji and color picker ones.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Great as
We've
well.
got some, yeah, we've got some fun ones. Yeah, so let's see. We've got a color picker. That one's very cool.
Also,
Go
just that
in.
experience, that was another good one. Actually, credit to Deceive on this one. Was the drag and drop meta fields piece, and having the nice
Yeah.
little blue line pop up to kind of remind you, very Notion like, I guess, that you're placing it between these two elements. Like, again, these are the
Yeah,
sort of subtle details
look at
that
that.
took time to get right, but you can see within that shelf where you've got a parent and children, that you get that same feedback. So there's like a consistency across all of them.
Yeah, and it for, I think if you try to add like parent within a repeater, like it gives you some kind of a feedback, like it's not allowed, like
You get a red
Mhm.
line instead of a blue line. So if you get a
Wait,
parent on the right and try and put it inside the model shelf model, you'll get the red line instead. Yeah.
see, there's another moment for me. I didn't know you guys implemented. That's awesome. That's good. It's those kind of things.
It's all about the details.
Yeah, this is a good one too. Small, but you're going in and modeling content out for your team. This is super helpful for, maybe you do have a more complex content field, or you just want to tell your team something like, hey, no profanity on this one. And then your team can go in and you remind them friendly, enough that they need to know what to go there.
Profanity's fine on the other ones though, right? It's just this
Exactly.
one where it's
No,
not allowed.
exactly. Just this one specific. Yeah, that one specifically. So But yeah,
Good as a
it's the little
parent,
things
right?
like that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Parents set great examples.
Another one that I love, if you wouldn't mind
Yeah,
dropping either a
sure.
video or an audio
Oh,
in there. I think these ones,
why not
maybe we don't have
both?
the display on them, but those are really nice in the fact that when you have the preview on the existing objects, now you go there and you can actually play the video inline, or you can play the audio inline as well. So those
Do
are
we
really
have,
nice.
let's see,
I'm not sure if we have any video.
any audio or
Audio.
video? Yeah, I would like to show it off. I don't want to
No,
sit here
it's
and
fine.
sift through these,
Yeah,
but yeah, essentially we do have a nice little video playback there, and or sorry, audio and then video for this one. So
as well
really
as
just
Yeah.
giving,
PDFs, you get a
And
PDF
yeah,
preview. So that's
yep,
pretty cool.
yeah,
too.
that's
So
what I was
the
gonna
media
say.
files. Go ahead.
yeah. I'm just curious on this
Yeah.
too. Yeah, look at that. You can go in and really, niche it down on exactly what you guys need here. So Roger, what's your favorite thing? I think you're last here.
Well, I mean, you guys have covered almost everything I was gonna say, so I'm not really left with anything unique. But for me, I would say it's the small details and the keyboard shortcuts. For example, I mean, I think small things like these make a lot of difference when somebody's, using a product every day, all the time. So, for example, even just this toggle theme one or this search one, you can just command and to search whatever you want on the page, and you can just uh, toggle theme whenever you want. If you're outside, all you need to do is just command and that slash, and that just works. And if you're like editing an object type, and yeah, I have long hair now, so so yeah, if you like editing like an object type, and if you hit command S, that just saves it as a draft. And today, Carl and I were like talking about adding some more shortcuts as well. And I think little things like these just like make the user experience so much better. And yeah, I would
Yeah, it's
say,
like it's appifying a website, right? It's like trying to make it
yeah,
feel more like it's sitting on your desktop.
Yeah.
yeah,
Go on, toggle the theme. Let's show off some dark
Okay,
mode.
wait. I think we wrap it up with showing off the dark mode, because that's something I've just gone through this the whole time. But all right, what do we have it
That's
at
for
now?
last.
Yeah, command slash. Okay, ready? Are we ready? Look at that. Look at that.
Oof.
It's just gorgeous. Obviously, the whole thing's, and honestly, look at this. Look at this. Same thing. Got the whole thing. End to
yeah. We've
end.
got the
Oh, this is
command
a
on the
good
website as well.
yeah, command slash on that. And this is a great experience too. I mean, just navigating through the website, and of course, recognizing if you do come back to the website, you're basically, I never logged out. So we just bam, right back into the dashboard. Didn't have to do anything. It's so frictionless.
I
And
tell you what, that's a really subtle thing that we've done as part of this as well, is the consistency of holding on to someone's login state, because you used to get logged out quite frequently, but with the latest version of the app, it's so consistently logged in, and it's such a good experience, especially if you're using it every day for work or for stuff you're doing. You don't want to have to keep logging in all the time.
yeah, absolutely. It's those little time saves that really improve and really make everything seamless. So let's see, we've covered a bit of the website, the SDK, of course, the dashboard, of course, dark mode. We love dark mode. Actually, I think I'm in the oddball there. I actually prefer light mode, but I think all of you guys, I typically see you working in dark mode, so I'm an odd
Well, there you go,
outlier
though.
here.
It's suited to everyone's needs, right?
Exactly,
Different strokes
exactly.
for different folks, and it makes
Yeah.
for good QAing as well, so we can test in the various modes. You know what I would like for us to take a quick look through? I
Yeah.
don't know if you have the ability. It looks like you kind of maxed out your free projects there, Stefan, but I'd love to show everyone the new templates that we have.
Oh, totally.
Because those look amazing, and the recent one that we're going to do an announcement for is that new Next.js template, which Carl just smashed out of the park. So
Yeah. Here, give me 1 second and delete a bucket real quick, and we'll show them off. We'll show off the
Sure.
ease of this. But But yeah, shout out to Carl smashing out that new template. It looks wonderful. So I think that's going to be the one that I'm going to
Yes,
have
please.
to show off.
Yeah. I'm just
And
trying
we'll
to
wrap it
moonlight.
up.
I'll be a developer one day. I'll stop designing things.
Come on, Carl. Okay. All right, let's do it. So of course, when you're first coming in and creating your first project, don't mind that I have a bunch of projects here. But you'll be prompted with the ability to create an empty project, start from scratch, or pick from one of our gorgeous templates that you can get deployed very quickly. So, let's say you're like, oh, okay, I need a blog. I like Next.js and Tailwind CSS. You can always view the demo and check it out. Oof, look at this thing. And so, okay, I like it. I love this. Let's go with it. My new blog. And we're excited about it. There we go. Production. And so right off the bat, you get all of the content that's already on that blog. This is personally how I learned Cosmic as I did. I think it was whoever was responsible. I don't know if it's Jazib or Tony or both of you guys, but the simple, like the React blog or something. That's really how I learned. And so this is a great way for, if you just need a headless CMS to go in and start creating content, or if you kind of need to learn how to implement it, this is a great solution. So yeah, so right off the bat, let's
One point on this, Stefan.
Yeah.
This is actually the next iteration of that simple React blog. So this is the whole Next.js blog. So it was basically a template that me and Jazib did originally implement, and then and Carl he put a rocket ship on it, basically just all the latest Tailwind CSS. He put TypeScript into it and just redesigned it to look beautiful. So
We went full app directory, right? That was the big thing for us here as well.
Right.
This is our first template with the full app directory in Next 13.
Next.js 13,
yeah.
React server components. So it's really kind of the latest and greatest Next.js. So
okay. Yeah, I mean, it's wonderful. So like, let's just show how easy it is to deploy it. So click deploy. And we can create a repository, my new blog, Next.js. That's going to create a repository, and then we will go ahead and be prompted to grab our API info. Grab the slug, paste it, and then nice little feature here. And we don't really worry about this right now, but the nice blur. Paste that.
Who came up with that? Because that wasn't me. I think Raja, was that your idea? Because that was a late addition, and that was a really nice thing, especially for businesses.
Yeah, absolutely, especially for content creators too, because the last thing they want, if they do want to go show things off or show what they're working on, they don't want to expose definitely the right key. But yeah,
the idea was Tony's, I believe, but yeah, I just added the blur on top of it.
I think it was some external feedback that we got. Like I did show it off to various developers, and they had some little points like that I think all of us have our own preferences and things that we kind of come to the table with a workflow or certain things that we expect from our developer tools. And so that was definitely one of them, especially for like when you're doing something like this on a podcast or like a video tutorial. You want to be able to just kind of safely show that page with the settings and not worry about any of your access keys kind of escaping or being leaked, right? So
absolutely. And look at that. So we've built it, and then it fetched all those pages. Now it's deploying. So you can kind of
Yeah.
see the idea here with, our goal with these templates is to get you up and running with Cosmic as soon as possible. And we've got, look at that. It's going to give us a
I
nice
guess
preview.
now you
And
could add like
there's,
these preview links in your objects as well, object types, and make live changes from there and just click the preview button and go see that change. I think that's really nice.
yeah, it's really next level. And I'm not sure if we have revalidate. Did you set this up with revalidation, Carl?
I don't think
Good
we have it
question.
set up to revalidate. So if you wanted to
No.
demo editing content, you'll probably have to just make an edit and then
Yeah.
trigger a redeployment.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's really straightforward. And then from there, you just get to enjoy the beautiful editing experience. I think right now we've got kind of showcasing our Next.js blog. We've got an Astro blog, and then our developer portfolio. However, we are working on some more complex turnkey solutions, maybe like a marketing website, 5-page kind of simple website for whatever, for a SaaS company or anything like that. But yeah, I mean, try them out and see how you like it, see how you like the dashboard. And we're here for anyone who needs any kind of support. We're working around the clock to ensure that we're building a tool that, of course, our users enjoy, and our users can rely that we're here to iterate and potentially discuss new features and just make it a greater experience. So yeah, guys, I think just about ready to close this out. You guys got anything else to say here?
Well, I just want to say my all-time favorite feature of this release is just the collaborative effort of everyone. You guys really smashed it, and I'm excited for all of our customers to go in, upgrade to the latest version of Cosmic, and enjoy the amazing work that we put into this. And I think it's something that we're already hearing from customers saying that they really enjoy using the new version of Cosmic, and the new website looks amazing. All the effort that we put in is really paying off, especially because of the fact that we enjoy using it. And I think that's a big thing, is that we're building the product that we want to see in the world. So kudos to you guys, great work, thank you so much. And we're just getting started. So let's keep building great software, putting it out there. And yeah, I'll put some links into the show notes here for everyone to kind of follow where some of these resources are to learn about the latest release. And yeah, and let's keep creating more build time content too. This is fun. We'll get more of you guys. We'll get you, Rajat, Jazib, you guys can come back on anytime. So we'll extend the invite to do more behind the scenes what we're building at Cosmic.
Absolutely. And don't forget, we do have a Slack channel that anyone can join. We'll be sure to link that. If you have any questions, we're always in there answering questions in Slack, as well as you can find our support contact on our website. So don't be a stranger, reach out. And yeah, guys, great episode. Build time 16.
Awesome. All right. Well, that's a wrap, guys. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time. Bye.
3, 2, 1.